Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in another episode of Talks with Tony. Y'all gotta forgive me, I was drinking me a little bit of water right before I got started here. I'm like, man, I need some water. That's right, felt like I had a lake sitting on top of my lip from that water. Now, got a message here. I have not read it. Now, this thing, I did see at the bottom, it say, P.S. Please keep my name anonymous. All these emails is anonymous. Now, if your name gets said, your name gets said. Okay. But the sister said, please keep my name anonymous. But in the first line, it say, hi, my name is not Slim Shady. But so I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, sister, I'm just finna read straight through. You throw this test in there, put your name there, and then want me to skip over it. Come on now. Don't y'all do that. When you send a message in the inbox at TonyGaskins.com, don't put your name in the body of what you're writing, because sometimes that's how to slip and get in there. Dear Mr. Tony Gaskins, hi, my name is... I hope your day is going well. I know you have a lot of things on your plate right now, but knowing you are a busy man also, I believe you are the right person to ask for an advice. Now, it's just real respectable here now. Now this here, it look like I'm trying to look at it with my good eyes. She's like one of our Hispanic or Caucasian or Asian sisters. I am currently dating a busy man. He is a doctor and has a daughter who lives with his baby's mother. The first few months we've been talking was really great. He spent a lot of time with me that even though he is at work, he will continuously send me a message just to talk with me. I remember he will always call me on his way to work and going home. We do video calling also, but all of a sudden it changed. It started from him doing a video call once a month until it's no more. Then the calls got fewer, and then the messages got shorter and shorter. I actually addressed him calmly about us not having time. He said I was overthinking it, and we are busy and have different schedule. I did talk to him twice about it, but the more I talked with him about it, the lesser and lesser the calls and messages I get. He said he does not want to let me go and that I am his true love. I am really serious about him, but I did and say all I can to let him know I have needs also in this relationship. I tried to understand him, but it seems that he will not meet me halfway. We always talked about it, and he will just say that I'm emotional. It is my first time actually hearing that from a man, since the other man I dated before said I need to soften up. I actually asked for a break with him. I'm starting to accept the fact that maybe we are just not compatible and I need to just focus on myself and continue to reach my goals. Thank you for your patience in reading my message. I apologize if it's too long. I would like to know if I did the right thing, and I want to know what I should do if he would try to be with me again. I feel like I'm really weak for him. I appreciate you taking the time to read this message, and I pray to God that he continues to bless you in all aspects of your life. God bless. Hey, bless you now. Hey, when you throw that prayer on me, I be receiving them things. When y'all be praying for me, I be receiving. I said, all right, Lord. Because listen, I know the Lord. So I know the Lord real. So any kind of prayer come my way, if it's a good prayer, Lord, thank you. I receive it in the name of Jesus. I'm claiming it. Now listen to you, he don't want you. He don't want you. He don't want you. I hate to just get it right on to the point, but I see you try to keep your letter concise and you want to keep it, in line. He don't want you. And this is a rule of thumb, and this is every single, and I guess maybe we'll make this video about this. He does not want you. This is to every single woman that y'all remember the movie that y'all be mentioning sometime. He's just not that into you. And I think they said a man wrote a book about it or something, which I didn't see the movie or the book, but I just know the saying is true. And a lot of times, it's 9 out of 10 times, that's what be happening when you get some distance, when you feel some distance. Now, you dealing with a doctor. Now, have you seen him in the white jacket? And make sure he ain't like the young brother that's on trending, that be trending on Twitter every now and then with that little old bit of mustache that was faking like he was a doctor. Have you seen him in that jacket? Have you seen that background? Do you see it look like a hospital, clinic, family clinic? Have you gone up there to the office? Is he a real doctor now? And the next question is, where did you meet him? Because in your picture on here, unless you look real young, because you look early 20s at the most. At the most, you look 23, 24, and that's me giving you 8 years. Like, unless this your daughter, which I ain't never seen nobody put, a picture of somebody else, but is he a real doctor? And now, if he is a doctor, the next question you have to ask is, where did y'all meet? If y'all met on a dating site, if y'all met at a massage parlor, if y'all met, somewhere that's a little out the ordinary, then all of this further states that he does not want you. Now, he called you going to work and he called you going home. Now, you didn't say anything about him calling you at home. You didn't say anything about you going to his house. You didn't say anything about him going to your house. The way you say you really like him and you say you weak for him, it sound like you done been on your back for him, or you willing to get on your back. If you done been on your back, where were y'all at? Your house, his house. If you have not been on your back, are y'all long distance? So see, this is the thing now. If you long distance, he don't want you. If you ain't been on your back, he don't want you. If you done been on your back, he don't want you. If you met him in a massage parlor, the massages that say massage, spa, such and such, and it'd be like in the middle of like this little plaza. If you met him in one of them, or wherever else, online, one of these dating apps, Plenty of Sharks, Dumble, all of this right here, these different sites, it's not real. And so I want every single woman to understand this. This is what I want you to and some women don't really get this or believe this, because the norm is for men, us as men. When I met my wife, I had 5 other women that I was talking to when I met my wife. Let me go back through it just so I ain't lying. Had 5 other women that I was talking to when I met my wife. My wife became number 6. It took me about a week to 2 weeks after my wife hit me back and said that her and her guy had broke up. Her and her boyfriend had broke up. Because when we just met as, hey, can you have a friend? Anytime a woman give you her number as a friend, that relationship dead. You already know that. And so I already knew, okay, yeah, she pretty much done with Buddy, but just ain't cut it all the way off. And she didn't talk to me. And then when it was cut off, then she had let me know. Then we linked up. So now I had to go through my roster. Had to start getting on the phone with the GM. Hey, got to cut this one. Got to cut that one. Got to cut that one. This is just the real truth now. It's just real truth. I know you don't like it. You don't like the way it sounds, but it's just the real truth. If you look around, if you got a brother, if you got a boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, husband, then you know some of this here. You know all of this is true. You might not know all of the level of the game, though. And so I had to get on the phone with my GM. Hey, GM means general manager. So in a sports organization, it's the general manager that does the cutting of the players. So I had to start making cuts. Hey, got to cut. This one right here too tall. This one right here, she a little too young. I'm 21. Yeah, I'm kind of looking. My wife was 19. You know what I'm saying? So the other young lady, I think she was 18 years old, and at 18, I had never really talked to her in person, been around her. You know how it go out here in this world. Sometimes they be hollering like, "Oh, 18," and I'm like, you know what? I ain't even take no chances. Cause yeah, you could be, and yeah, you could not be. Bye. Got to go. Got to go. I don't trust you. The other one. She like to argue too much. This right here. She don't shave her legs. And she a little old fashioned. She just wear too much brown with flowers on it. It just ain't gonna be able to do it. So each person, I found a reason in my head. This one over here, a little wild child, a little too wild. My wife was perfect. Fit everything that mattered to me. Now, of course, I could have had some preferences like, wish the booty was a little bigger. I wish this. You know what I mean? You have little preferences, but everything was what I needed in a wife. And so had to make them cuts. So what you have to realize that because this is the norm for a man, and it's men, it's a lot of, most men are looks challenged. We all have something about us that just kind of give us a little challenge, and for me, I'm 5'10", big head, watermelon head, and I used to dress bad too. I used to dress bad. My shoes was a size and a half too big, so they were flopping off my ankle. And so almost every man, 9 out of 10 of us got something that a woman got to adjust herself to. And so with that being said, now it's men that was worse off than me, because I don't know what a handsome man looked like, but now I know what a looks challenged man looked like. And I've seen some brothers like, ooh, but God bless you, boy. Boy, it's been hard. But you done had to fight all your life, ain't you? Man, everything all right? Like, I done seen some brothers that really was some lookers. And guess what? Still had 2-3 women. Had 2-3 women. You hear me? I mean, look like the back of this package opener. Had 2-3 women. And so this what you have to understand as a woman. When you meet a man, very rarely is he 100% single, abstinent, and talking to nobody. That's what you have to realize. But here's the thing. When a man meets a woman, he knows just off how you look, because see, looks matter to women and to men. So just off how you look first, he know if you could be his wife on looks. Then he goes from, okay, looks, wife material, boop, check. All right, now let me see everything else. Now let me see personality, attitude, mentality, all this right here. Job situation, living situation. Now he looking at the rest of the boxes to see what you could check off. And you're doing the same thing to him as a woman, if you're a woman watching this. If a man watching this, then he know I ain't telling no lies. And so now this man knows immediately, boop, if you could be a wife. And now, depending on how you look to him. Now, if you look immaculate to him, he don't care if you snort for talking. You could talk like that. That could be your language. If you look good enough to him, you his wife. Because that's one. Now, it take a special man. It take a special man to see a woman that he thinks is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous to him. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And for him to feel that way and then not like her personality and cut her off and go on about his business, it take a special man. It take a special man to do that. Now, me personally, I am one of those men. And so when I say special, I don't mean like, prestigious. But what I mean is like, not every man have standards. And then now here's the thing. Most of us men if we, especially when we grown boys and we was out there, we see a woman and she look good, but she don't have a personality, almost 9 out of 10 men still gonna try to sleep with her. Even though they don't like her personality. And you'll hear guys say it. Man, she talk too much, but boy, I got something to put in that mouth. You know what? But she this right here got that attitude. You know what? I'm finna fill her up. You know, you'll hear guys say stuff like that, like, I'm finna shut her up, basically. And basically what he's saying, yeah, she like this, yeah, she like that, but listen, I got something for her. And so 9 out of 10 men are going through that. Now, the man that he like the way she look, but he don't like her personality, the man that won't even sleep with her, now that's a real rare man. And not me personally, I wasn't that man. And so, so that's a real rare man. He real mature. You got raised by Barack Obama or something. After Barack became mature, stopped messing with that. You know, and all that. Now see, now Barack, your lips a little dark now. You still smoking up in the White House now. You trying to fool me? A little purple. Come on now. Barack used to sell that there. I know what it do to them lips. Oh yeah, don't try to fool me. I know your daddy from Liberia or wherever you from. That ain't why your lips that color, Barack. You doing some smoking. Don't try to fool me, nah. So you see what I mean? That type of man there that's gonna walk away, that's a special man. So very rare man walk away without even trying to touch her, which means sleep with her. And so what you have to realize is that when you meet a man as a woman, you fair game. He may not want you a bit more than a can of paint, but you fair game. You could get some attention. You could get some time. You can get some attention, because you got to realize it's qualities to this here remote. It's qualities to this here pack of gum. It's quality to this here hand sanitizer. You see what I mean? It's quality to this here water bottle. So it's qualities to this here package opener. So every single person, every single woman have something that she can offer that man in his mind. And so what the average man will do, which you typically gonna meet the average man. And then the more men you meet, that's why I say you need to get out of the house 1, 2, 3, 4 times a week. Be in your different little groups, your life groups, your meetup.com groups, your little organizations, because you have to increase the rate of meeting people of the opposite sex if you want to meet the one for you. If the lower interactions you have, the less interactions you have, the lower your chances are of meeting the one, because you typically going to meet an average man, and then you're going to meet below average men, and then the rarest form of men that you will meet will be above average men. So the above average men will be like 1 or 2 men out of 10, 1 or 2 out of 10. Typically 2 out of 10 at the most will be considered above average men, meaning, you know, looks, character, mentality, ambition, things of that nature. So understand that. So now when you meet this man, you have something that you can offer. So with you here, he see, okay, he's a doctor, and you kind of have like this innocent look. So what that will say to a man is subservient, submissive. That's what a man gonna read, because if he a doctor, that means he's of age. You ain't 22 as a doctor, so that means he of age. He got a daughter who live with his baby's mother, and so now with the fact you looking so young, he looking at you like, okay, I could train her, I could raise her, I could manipulate her, I could deceive her, I could use her for what I want to use her for, and she too young and naive to know the difference. That's how he reading you. So what it is now, if you younger than him, and especially if you more than 5 years younger than him, which You could be one of the people that's 35 and just look, 15, but you could be one of the people that's, older. But if you more than 5 years younger than him, like I remember one time, me and my wife, she liked this, but she didn't fit this stereotype, and neither do you fit this stereotype because you had the willpower to walk away. Now you say you weak for him now, but you still walked away. He don't necessarily know you weak for him because you walked away. Men assume only the woman who stays there with him is weak for him. If you got the strength to walk away, a man don't see you as weak for him. But I remember one time me and my wife was in the mall, and we was in a little shoe store, and the lady walked up to my wife, and pulled her off to the side. She was my girlfriend at the time, and she told him, she told her, you're too young to be with that man. And my wife was like, I'm 20 such and such. I'm 20 such and such with a child. That's my husband. That it could. I don't know if I was her boyfriend or what. And she came back up to me, and I was like, "What the lady was talking to you about?" She said I'm too young to be with you. She think I'm 16. I was like, what? I said, wow. I said, now you do look young, but I ain't know you look that young now. Come on. I'm mean mugging the lady then. I'm like, you trying me. I ain't say this, but this is what my face said. I'm like, you trying me. Trying me like a baser. What I look like? Being in here, grown man with a 16-year-old. You trying me. Like, I was offended. But see, really what the lady was saying, it was like, if the lady could have been attracted to me, she could have been like, you little young butt, you taking one off the market. You too young. Cause like, how you just gonna walk up just guessing people's age? This ain't the fair. Ain't nobody pay you to guess nobody's age. What the world are you doing? I say, boy, that's how a lot of women be in our area though. Back then, they just be on edge. But I get it. In our area at the time, men was a mess. But so women was just on edge. Like the woman I went to promote my book to, sir, what do you want? Do you want to be with me or not? Because I don't have time for games. Ma'am, I'm just promoting my book, man. I was just gonna give you my card. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, forgive me. So tell me about your book. Oh, okay. Well, my sister owns a salon. I want to buy 10 books and I want to give her your number so you can buy your book. Yeah, okay. I'm like, wow, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. What the world? How you just went from ready to slice? I said, boy, look at him. Lord. So that really what led me more to this work. I'm like, man, I got to try to help share the game to try to bring some healing, some knowledge, some clarity, something. So listen, this man, he'll see you, and he says to himself, he said, okay, she can fit this role. So in my mind, it's kind of like this. A BMW woman is different than a Mercedes woman. A Mercedes woman is different than a Lexus woman. A Lexus woman is different than a Toyota woman. A Toyota woman is different than a Nissan woman. So it's you got to look at it. So it's like when you see a Nissan Maxima, you don't see that the same as IS 250 on the Lexus. You don't see that as the same as the C300 on the Benz. You don't see that the same as the Toyota Camry. Each one of them have its own unique features. Men love cars, men love watches, men love women. The same way how a man could have 3 or 4 sports cars and you like, don't you just need one sports car? And he like, no, this one got 753 pounds of torque. This one got 453 pounds of torque. This one is V12. This one is V8. This one is V6. This one is automatic. This one is manual. What you mean? You see what I mean? So that's how a man is viewing a woman, and he's saying she brings something special to the table, but it might just be one little thing. But he will put you on a roster, and then the time that you get will show you where you are at on the roster. So here's the thing. If a game, what is 12 minutes a quarter, right? if a game is 12 minutes a quarter, and I'm gonna help you understand this in a different way. And how long is a NBA game? It's 40. It should be 48 minutes. Okay, I'm right. So it's 48 minutes, right? It's 4 quarters. It's 12 minutes a quarter. So like LeBron James will play like 42 to 48 minutes. All right? On his same team, you have a player, and honestly, I don't know if it's gonna answer me like that on here. You have a player who is Alex Caruso. Now, Alex Caruso minutes, okay, 28 minutes. The last game he played 28 minutes. They needed him that game now. The game before that he played 26 minutes. The game before that he played 14 minutes. Before that 24, 28. So it looking like the max they really want to give him about 28 minutes. The game is 48 minutes. So he's sitting out 20 minutes. So that's what you have to look at when you look at this new man that you're talking to. You have to ask yourself, okay, how many hours in a day? 24. How many hours he working? 8. How many hours does he have free? Okay, 2. How much do I talk to him? If you talking to him an hour a day, even if it's broken up in 10-minute increments, 15-minute increments, for him to give you an hour a day, for me right there, that's the max. That's the max amount of time. It's not the max amount of time. Now, if it is a good man, and he gives you more than an hour a day, and he a good man, that's your husband. That's your husband. If he a good man now, I'm not talking about, all y'all little terminology, love bombing and all of this right here. I'm not talking about all that. I'm talking about a good man that is thorough, tested, tried, true, vetted. That right there, an hour a day, that's your husband. If he give you more than an hour a day. Now, a good man, I ain't talking about you talking to his representative. We ain't talking about that. Now, if this man does, and then the next requirement is that he talks to you every single day. So not every day is the same. So some days, instead of an hour, he may only have 30 minutes. You may only have 30 minutes. You might not have an hour a day. But if you know he'll give you that time if you had it, then that says a lot. The next thing is 7 days a week, he need to be contacting you. Now, here's the thing. It needs to be by phone. It need to be by phone. Today we have video. If a man want to talk to you on video 7 days a week, and he's a good man, like he checks out with all of your checks that you doing on him, and you like him, that's your husband. That's your husband. Now, like you said, you were getting video once a month. In the age of video phone, hold on now. All right, now I'm in the wrong email, but this man emailing me about the Floyd Mayweather fight coming up. Oh yes, I sure do. Look at this now. Hope all is well. Wanted to connect earlier this time to see if you'd be interested in the Mayweather versus Logan Paul fight on June 6th. Absolutely. We also got early access to Super Bowl suites if you did have interest in the one in LA. Absolutely. I'm gonna hit the brother bank. Y'all gotta forgive me. And see, listen now. See this right here? Y'all, why you on out on sports? See, the reason why I do sports is because I don't do women. I do my wife, and I don't do no cheating. So when y'all see me out there in my little suite at the basketball, at the football, that's my little fun. That's my little relaxation. Because in another life, in another time, at my level of business and whatever I'm doing, I would be juggling women. Because I don't juggle women, I have me some cars and I have me some outings, some good little fun, little clean fun stuff I could go do with my wife. We don't go to the club, we don't go to the strip club, we don't watch nasty movies, we don't do none of that stuff right there. So we could get us a little game in. So now, like, let me get back to what I was telling you. I just bumped in this email. That was Lord. Let me see that email though. Y'all got to forgive me. I logged out the email that I was in. So now listen to me now, and I'm getting ready to wrap this on up because I'm breaking this down to you. But my kids and my wife just got home from school. So now this is what I want you to understand. A lot of women, I've heard a lot of women say, "Oh, I don't have an hour a day to talk to a man. Who want to talk to a man an hour a day?" Listen. I understand that you think you busy. I understand that you think you high class. I understand that you think you ambitious. But if you don't have an hour a day to talk to the man, this is a man, a human that can give you HIV. This is a human that can give you any other STD. This is a human that can get you pregnant, and that you have to spend the rest of your life talking about this child with. This is someone that can take your life, meaning stop you from breathing. If you don't have an hour a day to invest in that man, you don't need to be dating. If you can't talk to him every day, you don't need to be dating. I'm going to say like the man said on my documentary I shot years ago, cuddle your coins. Cuddle your coins. Brother said, you don't need a man for money, cuddle your coins. And you don't need a man, cuddle your coins. I say, okay, that's good. That's funny now. Cuddle your coins. Like the brother said. If you can't talk an hour a day, listen, you don't, because your life is on the line. That's what a lot of people play with. A lot of people play with a relationship. A relationship can drive you. You dealing with the wrong person and you have not thoroughly vetted that person. That relationship will have you suicidal or homicidal. Believe me when I tell you, because I be that way about other people's relationship. You hear me? My family relationship, I be homicidal about somebody else's relationship and what they man putting them through. I'm ready to X a man out. Do you hear me? Imagine you being in the relationship. So listen to me. If a man see you by your face, because you talking about video phone calls, so y'all must be long distance. Sound like y'all met on a dating app. You ain't say all that because you know that would have just canceled everything out. Sound like y'all met on a dating app and not in person. Because why y'all not meeting in person? So you say he video phone you once a month. That right there already immediately cancels him out. He don't want you. Then you say the communication decreased. He don't even talk to you on the regular, like he not. And then you say the messages got shorter. Then you say when you went to try to tell him about your needs, he start contacting you even less. So he literally saying, here is a cheek, not one of these cheeks. Here is a cheek that you could kiss, sister. That's what he's telling you. Hey, here's a cheek. Kiss. He's saying to you, listen, I am a doctor. A doctor. Okay? Doctorate. Okay? Do not make suggestions, demands, or a list of requirements that you have for me as a doctor, because I will show you. That's what he's saying to you. He's saying, oh, I used to call you every day, now I'm finna call you every other day. Or I used to call you on my break, now I ain't calling you at all. You hear me? So listen, I'm gonna tell you, and this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, and a lot of folks don't want to listen. You need an hour a day. It could be 10 minutes at a time, it could be 15 minutes at a time, it could be 30 and 30, it could be the whole hour. Now really beyond an hour, you really don't want to do that, because that's when you start to become codependent. So I know some of y'all patting yourself, oh, my man give me 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. You giving too much time, because now you about to become codependent. Now you finna go into your little love bombing. Now in all your little terms, y'all used to be laptop love, computer key love, package opener love. Y'all got so many terms, candle love. And so now you finna mess yourself up, because now you finna be so attached at the hip, you ain't gonna be able to leave. Now hold on now, why am I here opening boxes now? So I'm boxing for Mother's Day. All right. Why she grabbed her box and went that way to open that Mother's Day gift early. So listen to me. And I'm going to go in depth, but I got to go right now because my family home and I just missed them. I've been moving all day. I ain't seen them. I just ready to see them for some reason. I just feel like seeing them today. So, hey, listen to me. If the man communication and his quality time with you decreases, he don't want you. He don't want you. What if he had a death in the family? He don't want you. What if he going through a hard time? He don't want you. Because when we going through stuff, when we lose somebody, we draw closer to the woman we love. We draw closer to the woman we love. And if he's not that type of person, well, he ain't that type of person. Okay, you don't need to be that then because he got other issues. He got other issues. Anytime somebody isolate themselves, when they going through, instead of going and leaning on the person or the people that they love, that person have other issues. And if it's a man, them issues could have other implications. He may have mental health issues. He may need therapy. If he become a recluse, if that's the word, is a recluse a spider? If he become a recluse, we're gonna use it right there now. Regardless, it's finna go there today. So we finna use that, okay? Okay, we're gonna do that. A person who lives a solitary life and tends to avoid other people. So she has turned into a virtual recluse.
Recluse.
Nah, she talking about recluse. Come on now, sister, you doing the most. It's a recluse. No, it don't. It's a recluse. Come on now, you can't be around here saying no recluse.
Recluse.
That's not my recluse. But I tell you. No.
Recluse.
Now she said recluse.
Recluse.
Okay. So we sticking with recluse. The other one, I think it's a Google thing, and you know how they be reading the stuff wrong on the map, and you be trying to go to a certain street, and they saying the street in 3 different syllables, you know, all separated, and you like, you don't know what that word say, Siri. So now listen to me. If this man, he becomes a recluse, he becomes a
recluse.
Okay, when he going through stuff all the time, and I ain't talking about like he need a day to himself. I'm talking about he need a week, 2 weeks. Listen, he need therapy. Especially now, if that's already, y'all already built, y'all already got y'all time in, y'all already together. Even then, he need to still be communicating. Even if it's, hey, I love you, I'm just, you know, this and that. Listen, when you an item, when you together, you lean on each other when you need each other. You don't just go into no hole. When you go into the hole, okay, call your therapist. Or you see what I'm saying? Call your life coach. Get on mymentor.life. Talk the thing out. You feel me? Because it's not healthy. And so when I'm going through something, I feel like taking a man's life, I sit and I talk to my wife about that. That's my therapist. That's my life coach, you know. I sit and I talk to her about that. I explain that to her. She don't judge me. She listen to me. She show me the pros and cons. She helped me understand why this man need to stay living. And I said, okay, you know, thank you. I'm finna make the right decision. And if I get to feeling like that again, I go back to her again. Talk to her about it again. Listen to what I'm feeling like doing now. What I'm feeling like doing, the boy trying me now. And so he trying to send me to prison. After all this work I'm trying to do out here for the Lord, this man trying to send me to prison. Baby, listen, I need to talk about it. And so she listened to me. She let me talk about it. And she understand. She understand. I'm front line when it's on. She understand that although I work for the Lord, she understand that Moses was a killer. She understand David was a killer. She understand Apostle Paul was a killer. She understand I'm a man. And so she listened to me. She talked to me. She talked me through it. And so that's where a man who wants to be with you and is healthy and relationship ready, that's what he gonna do. When his mama die, even if he don't talk to you about it, he wants you sitting beside him. He may be crying. You know, he may step into the room to cry. He may take a nap. But he wants you there in that house. hey, you mind give me something to drink? Hey, would you mind making me a sandwich? Like he gonna lean on you when he just up and disappear. So, and this is the thing, I'm hitting all these different little points because he too busy. No, he not too busy. Barack got time for Michelle. Barack got time for Michelle. Oh, he just a recluse. No, he got something else going on. He got something else going on. Cause even the recluse spider mate got him a girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? Come on now, stop making excuses for grown folks. Stop making excuses for grown folks and just realize when you're not the one. Just realize when you're not the one and move on and keep going about your business. And a lot of times when he give you his butt to kiss with that distance, you move on, then he want to come chasing you. No, playboy. You want to get distant? Nope, stay distant. I'm gone. I ain't got time for the games. Don't try to reel me back in now that you see I done got off the hook. Now you trying to come catch me again. No, playboy. Not finna bite the same bait twice. That's what you got to be moving with. So understand that right there. Hey, this Tony Gasson. God bless you. We'll talk soon.